Are we live? Hi, everyone. Sorry, didn't know that we were live. It's Joanne, JJ Lee here, coming live to you from the beautiful big state of Texas. Actually reside in Austin, Texas. Spent a lot of time in Houston. We have a very special guest tonight, Miss Erlinda Shen. She actually lives in Houston, Texas. There's a beautiful Erlinda right there to my right. She has an amazing story tonight as a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home mompreneur. For some of you who is familiar with the terminology, she has gone from literally struggles, to struggles, and finally found success with Empower. She had encountered, some serious illness, and while she was at home, she actually started, an online retail store. As many of you have heard of eBay, Craigslist, and Amazon, she was successful at that business. And the problem with that was, her time was in leverage. Her income was capped pretty much with the teeny weeny wussy commissions, as you know, these sites give you. So she got into traditional network marketing, and encountered some more struggles with that, as some of you might know, and she'll go into details with you about her struggles there. Then she found Empower, and it has literally changed her, not just her business, her successes, but her mindset. With her how the internet marketing works. So she's going to tell you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that how I met Erlinda. We actually met online before the Chicago event. I knew that she was living in Houston, so I reached out to her, and we became actually roommates in Chicago. We stayed at the hotel right next door to the theater, and one of these days we'll tell you the story how the arrangement was done. Let's put it this way: I was sleeping on the floor, okay, which I didn't mind at all, but it was a very cozy arrangement. But anyway, so that's how Erlinda and I met. So you can see, here we are together again on a team. She's our special guest. That's the power of events, guys. So make sure you go to the events and meet some amazing people, and literally everybody on this panel here tonight. And we'll introduce each one of them to you guys. I have met online, literally online, and then met in person at the events. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to have the panel quickly introduce themselves. To your far left, we have Mr. Alan from Canada. Take it away, Alan.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. My name is Alan Luke from Toronto. Just like Erlinda, I had many struggles in the past, right? Jumping into the online world, seeing information product, being trapped in those, email product launches, and then, eventually jump into a network marketing, which they told us to go prosper our friends and family, 3-foot rule, just pretty much hitting everybody, that gets, 3 foot from us, right? So it was a big struggle, and then finally, when I found the Empower Network late last year, it was just life altering. I finally found something that really worked for me, and I guess the really 2 breakthroughs that I got was because I found a mentor, someone I really look up to, so I follow him, very closely. And second, I just took massive action. And actually, third, I went to the event, right? And the event changed my belief system. When I got back, my income just literally doubled. So it's just amazing, meeting all of these amazing panel at the event. And I guess that's really what I really got out of the event and my journey, from this online journey. So I'm gonna pass it back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Alan. Next panelist will be beautiful Miss Emily Nguyen.
Oh, thank you guys. But yeah, I'm totally glad that we have the wonderful Erlinda Shin with us. I actually had the privilege to meet her in Chicago as well. We were roommates there with JJ and I. And you know, I mean, she briefly told us about her story in inside of the room. But I'm actually glad that she's going to be opening up here on our hangout. So you guys really stay tuned because she's an awesome, awesome woman who has so much to share. And as for me, like I don't know if JJ mentioned it, but I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I've been in the business world. I mean, since I was in university, I dropped out since my second year, and I eventually found my avenue, my niche online as an internet marketer. Love it so much. Time leveraging for me so I can spend more time traveling, eating out with my fiance, planning my wedding now actually that's coming up this summer. But breakthroughs, I mean, I guess I'm going to get into those later on because I don't want to take up more time here. So back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Emily. Yes, Em and Erlinda and I, we were roommates in Chicago, and amazing time we had there, right? Erlinda was literally, she was like everywhere. You know, she had such energy. You know, I mean, I didn't even know where she was half the times or most of the times, you know. And, she started showing us, videos and pictures of what she did. You know, like, wow, this lady is amazing. So y'all stay tuned to hear her stories, okay?
She's a social butterfly.
Yes. We're going to get back to you a little bit, Erlinda. Next one on the panel will be Mr. Tam from Australia.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Can you hear me? Awesome.
Yes.
Hey everybody. Hey Erlinda, thank you for joining us. I'm speaking to you guys right now from Australia. We've been doing this hangouts over a few weeks now, and I get pumped every time, we get a new guest on, and every time we come on as well. Erlinda today, she's making huge movements inside of Team Tech Massive Action and Empowerment Network. She's getting a lot of leaders sort of noticing and looking, trying to look over what she's doing. And so she's turning heads all over, offline and online. So, for someone like Linda to be on this hangout, I'm very honored, and I just can't wait to hear what she has to share today. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pumped. I don't know about you guys.
Thanks, Tam. Yes, I mean, not just online, but online presence. I mean, she's all over the Facebook. She's all over social media. I mean, whenever I turn on Facebook, any social media, she's there. Not only on, like you said, Tam, online, but also offline. She was really, connecting with the top leaders at these events. So the Miss Social Butterfly. Anyway, next one on the panel is Miss Tien Lee, also from Australia.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Tien Lee from Melbourne, Australia, and I've actually seen Erlinda all over the place as well online. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to meet her, but definitely at the next event. So welcome, Erlinda, and thank you for jumping on tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing your story.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tien. Well, as y'all heard, Miss Social Butterfly, stay-at-home mom, awesome mompreneur is about to share with you some amazing stories. So get ready to take some notes as well. She's going to tell you some powerful mindset. Take it away, Erlinda. Erlinda, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You cut out a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and take the mic, Erlinda.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, there's just a slight delay. So if you say something to me and I don't respond right away, that's probably what it is. But thank you so much for having me on here. It feels really good to hear all of the things that you have to say about me. I feel really honored to be here, and I thank you again. So, as you know, I am a mom, first and foremost. I have 2 kids, 2 and 3. I have a girl and a boy. And, at that age, they keep you really busy. But going back a couple of years, which kind of got this all started for me was I had a regular business where I was, before I had kids and before I got married, and unfortunately that business failed, and at the same time I had my kids. So what I ended up doing was I started selling stuff on Amazon and Craigslist and eBay to make some money, And I found that when I sold something on Craigslist, I would put something up on Craigslist, and sometimes it would sell within a couple hours, and I would make a profit in a couple hours, like 50 or $100, which was nice, So, but as I got, as I started to have my second child, it got harder for me to keep a steady income because I didn't have that leverage. So, so I ended up getting a job and working that for a while, and then once I had my son, I didn't work anymore because I got very, very ill. Very ill. I almost lost my life from an infection and from almost bleeding to death on when I was in labor after I gave birth to my son. I bled a lot. So spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and then after that I spent a lot of time at home recovering. I really couldn't do much. I couldn't go out and work. I couldn't sit up for long. I couldn't, I just had a lot of physical limitations. So I started selling online again. Whatever I could get my hands on, I sold online. My husband worked full time, but I did that to help bring in some more income so that we could, keep our family finances going, keep a little extra money coming in. And that went on for a couple of years, and I realized that again, there was only so much I could do. If I couldn't work, if I couldn't buy something to put up for sale, then I wasn't going to make any money. And sometimes I'd buy something and I couldn't sell it either, and so I would lose money. So over the years, some of my friends approached me and they wanted me to get into network marketing. So they told me that I could leverage my time, I could make a really big income, I could help people, and so I decided to give it a try. But I did so badly at it because, when you do traditional network marketing, you have to prospect, right? You have to get out a piece of paper and a pen, and you have to write down the names of all your friends, your family, your coworkers, people who work at the grocery store, and try to sell them this stuff. You actually have to go out there and prospect, and and I was terrible at it. I just I couldn't do it, and I hated it. I just hated calling up my cousins and saying, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah. So why don't I come over and try to sell you this thing, and then I go over there, and they were my family, so they'd have me over. I would go over anyway, but they would have me over, and I'd try to sell them this stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not interested," And I did terribly at it. So then I went back to eBay. And I was pretty much done with network marketing. I'd wasted so much money buying products and trying to keep the minimum balance. You have to pay every month to keep the minimum balance, and I was just so done with that. So one day, I was sitting at home, and I was going through my emails, and I saw a video about marketing online and affiliate marketing. Hi. That's my daughter.
Mama, I'm a
Aw.
princess.
You're the princess, yes. um, so, where was I? So, I had heard about affiliate marketing where you could sell something and you could make commissions off of it, and you didn't have to really buy anything. You could just buy one thing and you could sell it over and over again. So, I tried that. I tried ClickBank a couple times, but I really didn't know what I was doing. So I saw this video, and I saw this guy who looked like a hippie with long curly hair. It turned out to be David Wood, you know. and I saw his story. I mean, I've seen so many sales videos, but for some reason his sales video really spoke to me. He was like, okay, I was living in a van, and it happened to be a van that I used to own too. I owned a 1996 Forest Green Grand Caravan. I was like, he was like, I used to live in. I'm like, you used to live in that? Oh my goodness. So then he said he bought a computer, and he never used a cell phone. And he said when when you're selling stuff, you don't have to prospect. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew all this prospecting stuff they were shoving down our throats was not totally correct. Because I've asked some of the leaders, I said, isn't it possible that we could try and sell some of this stuff online? And it's like, no, that's against the rules. No, you can't do it. No, you can't market online. No, 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 no. And this guy was telling me, yes, you can. You can market online and you can make more money because you can leverage the internet. You have people coming to you that want to buy something from you rather than you going to them, uninterested people, and trying to shove this thing or sell it to them. It made so much sense to me. It made so much sense to me that I signed up. Boom, I signed up. And the rest, as you say, is history. And I signed up a week before the San Diego event, and a week later I was in San Diego sitting in the room with everybody, and I saw Lawrence Tam in the videos too, and I was really interested in what he had to say because he was just like me. He had kids. He had degrees. I have 3 bachelor's degrees, and he experienced the pain of losing a job and being unemployed, and I know what that's like too, and I really connected with him, and I got to meet David Wood in person, in the flesh, and that was pretty cool. And after that, I was hooked, and I've been hooked ever since. I love Empower Network. I love it so much. They've done so much for me. So that is my story in a nutshell.
Wow, that's awesome, Erlinda.
I really. Sorry,
go ahead.
I think that it's funny how people, because you were in the network marketing, you had the network marketing background, right? So you know what the struggle was to prospects, to do cold leads and one-on-ones, and then when you see the video of David Wood and explaining, you don't have to cold call, you don't have to do, hotel meetings, one-on-ones anymore. And it's like, what? How? Why? And it just totally makes sense afterwards, especially for those who have like network marketing background. And it's, in the end of the day, when we do learn about attraction marketing and how to attract people, prospects, or leads into our business, it's it's like the world is our oyster, and we can just as long as we learn how to market effectively, then I think that's what makes the business so beautiful, especially when it's on automation, right, Erlinda? Erlinda?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My son came into the room and there was a little noise, so I muted myself out. But yeah, exactly. I mean, that is what drew me in. I watched this guy in the video and I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'm looking at this guy and he is not BSing me. that I didn't feel like he was trying to be hypey. I just felt he was being genuine, and he was saying straight up, look, they've told you this is what you have to do, but I'm telling you there's another way that you can do it, and sign up for only $25 and you can get into this too. You know? That was really attractive to me. It really was. And I felt it really struck a chord inside with me because I had struggled for so many years and I was tired of it. Honestly, I was tired of it. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, I think I can relate to that in a way. So for some of you that don't know my background a little bit, I actually have a real estate background. And also a corporate America background. And in a way, the real estate is almost like a traditional network marketing. You think about it. You know, you still have to prospect, you still have to make calls, you still have to follow up, you know, with people, buyers, sellers, investors, you know, title companies, inspectors. I mean, there are so many different components to real estate, so many people, different people in just one transaction you had to deal with in order to make that transaction, get it to a successful closing. And that is only when you really get paid. I don't get paid until the property or the transaction is closed. Whereas with, you know, this particular internet marketing business, you know, with Empower, once you make the sale, you get paid immediately. I mean, you know, literally immediately, you know. So that's one thing I love about Empower. And it's 100% commission. It's not teeny weeny wussy commission like, you know, the traditional online retail business that Erlinda was involved in. And also even the network marketing, you know, even if the commission is a bit higher than the 3, 4, 5%, it's still not 100%, you know. And yes, you know, with real estate, you know, you get 3%, 6% commission on a, you know, like $100,000 to $200,000 home. That's a lot of money, but it's not guaranteed. It's not you know, sure. And for the past few years, the real estate market has literally crashed, as a lot of you have known. So it has made the job, I mean, the real estate industry is a lot tougher to be, you know. But anyway, and anyone else? Let's. I guess we can start, you know, to the far left, Mr. Alan, do you have any questions or?
Yeah, definitely. I can totally relate with Erlinda because obviously, you know, I was in network marketing, and one company I joined was kind of funny. I'll tell you this story. I was in a weight loss deal. Okay, you know, all they do is sell weight loss product, right? So obviously, you know, when I got in, I had to buy like an initial product, you know, package. So I got a bunch of product weight loss pills in my basement, you know, which I never used. And I was pitching people how awesome this product is, which I never used myself. So, I mean, I don't really believe in it. I just joined because people say, oh, you got to get in because this weight loss deal is, you know, everybody is joining, right? But then, you know, so I got to hit my friends and family and say, hey, how awesome this weight loss pill is. It's gonna shrimp you down so much weight. So I'm actually pitching something I don't really believe in, right? But with Empower, it's so different because Empower is, you know, I use the product every day and I listen to the inner circle every single day. And the 15K formula is just awesome because, you know, I can go in there and learn all the strategies that's working right now, and I can apply this to my business, right? The product is just so awesome, and you know, so this time I actually believe in the product, actually use it myself, right? So I guess you know, a question I could ask Erlinda is, you know, when you got into the Empower Network, do you see success right away, or do you have to go through a few bumps, you know, before you start seeing success, you know, going through in your business?
With me, I made a sale within the first week that I joined, you know, and that is the fastest I've ever made a sale. To be honest, the other network marketing deals, I think I made a sale in one of them, and it took like 3 months, and then they never paid me my commission, which is bad. So I had never seen a sale that quick except when I was doing online retail.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I guess, you know, once you do it once, you can do it over and over again, right? So I guess when you got that first sale, your belief system went up, and then based on that, we took more action, and then momentum start going, and that's when you see more result, right?
Yeah, yeah. The second thing I liked about Empower Network was that they taught me mindset. And that was something that I had never really thought about before. The other companies, they say, they'll throw out catchphrases like, if you believe, you can achieve, believe in yourself and you can do it. But they really didn't go any deeper than that. There really wasn't a structure that actually worked on personal development. And I didn't realize how important personal development was until I got into Empower Network and I started listening to these audios, getting to know the people within the company and how they did things, But even though I made that first sale and I started to blog on a regular basis, I still needed work with personal development. And I still needed to work on my belief system about myself. After having been through so much failure and so much illness and so much darkness over the past few years, I was still kind of carrying that stuff around with me that had become a part of who I was. And the personal development that I had applied in Empower Network helped me shake that off. So, it had actual physical results from that. I was not an insomniac anymore. Even today, I can go to sleep and fall asleep. I'm not awake staring at the ceiling until 3 o'clock in the morning like I used to, and I have more energy, and I can get up earlier in the morning, and I don't take naps all the time like I used to. It's incredible. All that stuff that I was going through was in my mind, and they helped, get me out of that. Once you're in a more positive state, that's when you can kind of convey that and share that, and people pick up on that energy, So they did a lot for me in that respect, and I really have to say that, you've got to have the personal development to really get you to the next level.
Awesome. I think definitely. I think even for myself, I have much better clarity. So before, when I was approaching this online journey, it was all so much fog, right? You don't really know what's the next step, and then you always, when you open your email, you see, oh, this new product is gonna change your life, right? New traffic software, just click on it and it's gonna give you thousands of, So I was always looking, what's the next thing, right? So, and that's obviously hinder my action. But here with Empower, we're told the 8 core steps. We're told exactly what's working right now, and also jumping on Hangout, with these awesome leaders. Just get my belief system up, and I know with vision, with the very solid clarity, exactly what I have to go next. So I love Empower Network, but I'm not gonna spend much more time talking, or else I cannot hear what else Erlinda has to say. So I'm gonna pass the mic back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Alan. I know it's we're all of us here are so passionate about what we do, and about Empower, that we can just keep on talking about the business and what Empower has transformed us, for hours, But Erlinda, I totally can relate with you as far as the mindset, the power of the mind. I was telling my partners and my teammates here on the panel, my first event was actually Austin, and I'm sorry, my dog is going to start barking. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, someone go ahead and take over, because I think she wants to go out. Let me let her outside. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so I guess I'll be the next to share my thoughts here. But I was listening to you and Alan here, and you guys were talking about mindset, and being in Empower definitely changed us and helped us develop ourselves to become a better version of ourselves. But the funny thing is that I never expected that jumping onto this business. When you listen to David Wood's video, it's like, damn, it makes sense. Yes, I'm gonna join because you're thinking that it's an awesome business model. I can duplicate my business so much easier, and I'm gonna be making lots of money. And of course, you think about the goal, which one of them is to retire my father. And so, but you would never think that by embarking onto this business, you become a better version of yourself. Now, what do I mean about that? Like for other people who are listening in, like Erlinda touched on, and I think Alan touched on that too a little bit. It's I know maybe when you guys hear about self-development, it sounds like a hocus pocus type of thing, and it's foreign language. Like, what are they talking about, right? But I guess that it's the culture that's really different within Empower Network. And I mean, when you are involved in other businesses, honestly, I met all of these awesome marketers here online as well, and these people definitely helped me to become a better marketer, a better business person. I've become a lot more business savvy with my online business as well, and it's those factors that help you become a better version of yourself, and to start thinking more of what's the word that I'm looking for, guys? Here, can anybody help me out? I'm having a hard time how to describe. Okay, in any case, I'm just gonna be losing my train of thoughts here, but I think it's awesome that by going to these events, you meet amazing people, marketers like everybody here on the panel. You meet people online on Facebook, and it changes, and you hear people's story like Erlinda, how she went through a lot of struggles. Alan went through, had this. I didn't even know you had that herbal network marketing potion thing. I didn't know you were into that before.
Weight loss,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, the weight loss thing. But that's awesome, and you meet like people like Joanne, who's in the corporate America business, real estate as well. Tam is all the way in Australia, and I mean, I find it just totally awesome, and I'm losing my words here, but I'm gonna pass it back on to JJ. But I honestly find that the whole mindset here with Empower it's just honestly it's indescribable, but it helps me to become, I don't know. I still have my story to share as well, but it's I'm slowly gonna be getting there eventually. It's just because I've honestly been like so closed up. I've always been so introverted, and I've never opened myself up to anybody about my past. And these guys were able to help me do that, and I find that so amazing, and it's incredible the kind of journey you go through. So anyway, I just wanted to share that real quick. Back to you, JJ.
Well, thanks, Em, for actually helping me out. You're taking over the mic there. My dog was barking. Sorry, guys, but she wanted to go outside, so I had to let her out in the backyard real quick. But yeah, I mean, we all have been through a lot of struggles. Erlinda, my goodness, you had a serious illness. I mean, you were literally bleeding to death, and you rose. I mean, you got over. I mean, you what's the word I'm looking? You recuperated from it, and even made money, online as a retail store. But it was a struggle. It was still a struggle for you. Then you got to network worker, another struggle. Everyone here has gone through struggles, and all of us have realized, how empowering empower is. I guess the word, I think, when I got to be honest with you, how I got into empower, I actually went through another CPA offer, and the back end was empower. It all made sense to me because what I went through, the front end with CPA offer, it was totally confusing. It was like okay, if I can, I'm a very organized person. Yeah, but if I cannot keep this straight, with the spreadsheet and everything, no one else can. It was not that easy, So when I saw Empower, I'm like, wow, and not having, look at Erlinda. She's at home mom, stay at home mom. I mean, she's able to spend time with her children. You saw her, her two children came up to her while she's, working, creating value and content to share to everybody in the world. I mean, where else, can you do this, and be with these wonderful people, amazing people, all met online. I met all these people online, and then we met in person. So, I mean, after Chicago, I had breakthrough after breakthrough. Austin raised my belief level. Chicago just shot that belief level to the moon, and went back, took massive action, teamed up with these amazing partners here, and here we are. And let me tell you that one of my breakthrough was at Amnosis, and some of you guys know, was my fear of being in front of camera. So these are like, I don't know, I think we've done about 3 weeks, almost a month. I think almost a month, like 3 weeks of hangouts, and guys, and that I also embarked on the 9-day video challenge with Layla Black, Erlinda, and Em, and everyone else here has all been doing that. So that was like a major breakthrough for me, So I have a lot to be thankful for my teammates here, partners, my ex-roomie in Chicago, and Empower. Anyway, before I start rambling on again, and you can see how passionate we are, let me pass the mic to Tam for any question or anything you would like to share with Erlinda.
Awesome. Well, like I'm hearing Erlinda and Alan's talking, I can relate to what they were talking about when they were talking about having to sell a product that you don't believe in. I went through similar situations when I first started. Before internet marketing, I got involved in network marketing, and it was a juice company. And it's funny how I got involved. I didn't get involved in it directly. It was my brother that got involved first, and he started getting these juice that kept coming, and we were using them. I loved it, but we weren't selling anything. We weren't making the money back. We were spending a lot of money. So one day I approached him and I said, hey, look, I have some free time. How about I look into building a business for you? And that was when it started for me. I started going out to more events, more of the company events, learning, and of course I learned all these offline strategies like create a list of your family and friends, prospect strangers, all that kind of stuff. I never felt comfortable doing those things, right? And I went online, and so that's how I got started online. But the biggest thing that sort of stops me from having any success in network marketing was that I never had a belief in the product that I was selling. Well, the juice company that I was with, they were selling a very great product, right? Apparently, it could cure a lot of back pain, aches, and that. And a lot of people were, giving testimonials about that. But I never had a testimonial like that myself. So my conviction wasn't as strong to sell that. So I guess, when I went online, I was like dabbling around. I had this opportunity I wanted to share. I was learning lead generation, but I wasn't able to share it because I had no belief in the company. Well, along the line, I learned as I got more involved, I had to develop myself. So I had to learn from the better network marketers who are making like hundreds of thousands in the industry. And one of the guy was Brian Tracy. And I think I heard Brian said one time that if you're in a company or selling a product that you don't believe in, that if you have a product that you won't sell to your grandma, or you have an opportunity that you won't get your grandma involved, then you're in the wrong opportunity. And hearing that, I was like, all right, so I need to find something that I really truly believe in. And it's funny, you guys might not know this, but that was at the same time that sort of David Wood started taking over the internet. He was in the same system I was, and he took over the system, right? he actually did it. He actually tells a true story. You know, he did blog for 90 days straight, and then after that 90 days, he started just, you know, getting a lot of leads, and a lot of sales was coming in, and then the company took notice of David Wood, brought him into like a member only webinar, and he was teaching and sharing, and from that point on forward, David Wood started to just sort of dominate it and took over the company. And you know, I was like, wow, who's this guy? And then I started to follow David Wood, and at that time he was involved with the company, and I looked into his company. It was a very good company. It was a personal development company. It was like an online, so almost like a video library website where you have a membership, you can log in, and you have all these, you know, videos and ebooks and you know, just heaps of contents just from, you know, world-class like marketers and salesmen and personal developers. Brian Tracy was actually the man that co-founded that company, right? And we had guys like there were guys like who's that guy that wrote Men Are From Mars, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus.
John Gray.
John Gray, he was also a part of that, and there were so many other people that were a part of that. It was a great company, and I was like, wow, I found something. I've got something that I really want to share people, because it's got something to do with personal development. And I was like, everybody needs that, you know, and I truly believe in it. So I went out there and, you know, I hit the pavement hard, started marketing it, and with Dave Wood. And what happened was the company sort of went, you know, they sent out an email. They said, hey, look, guys, we're shutting down the MLM section of our company. And I was like, oh, damn, you know, what am I going to do now, all right? And so, and then from that point on, I jumped off the internet, and I didn't actually sell any network marketing products. I stayed away from network marketing because I haven't found anything that's any good, right? Like that. And because I really don't believe in any juice, you know, any science products. But if you do, it's good for you, right? But what happened was, you know, like I went away from network marketing altogether. I got more involved in net marketing, because just being an affiliate, just selling a product, selling information product that can help people become, you know, to enhance people's lives. I was like, okay, it's great. So I started doing that a lot. And just, you know, recently I found Empower, and Empower is a combination. It's not actually network marketing, but it's just sort of in between, right? It's an affiliate marketing company, but the pay plan have sort of like MLM, sort of leveraging people, other people's sales. So you know, it's not like other affiliate companies where you become an affiliate and you sell and you just earn whatever you sell, but you can leverage your team as well. So, you know, David would sort of have a thing for network marketing, and he was able to sort of incorporate that into this. So I sort of love it. It's got, you know, top-notch training and also personal development, which is what I really believe in. And it's got the two things I love: internet marketing, personal development. And that's why I'm here, you know, so passionate about it and pushing it so hard and trying to and really believe that my grandma, if she's here, she should really join. But in saying that, now I want to change the focus and come back to Erlinda for a second here. Before the hangout was on air, JJ asked a very good question to Erlinda, and I think it's worth asking again so that she can share her thoughts during the live webinar here, so people can maybe who are in the same situation can relate. So the question was, you know, you were actually having a lot of success being a mompreneur. You were selling products on Amazon and eBay and such, and you know, you were making, you know, upwards from $1,800 per month or more. So the question was, why did you leave that and come onto like network marketing or Empower right now? So why did you leave that, and why did you come? Why are you doing what you're doing now?
Well, first of all, with doing retail work, you have to buy your products. You have to know how to buy a product, and you have to know what price you have to buy that product in order to make a profit. So you need money on hand in order to start a business like that, okay? And if things get tight, or if you can't sell for a while because of a health issue or something, then it gets really hard to create inventory or to buy inventory to send and sell. And second of all, I didn't have all kinds of time. Like, listing stuff on eBay takes a lot of time. You have to write the listing, take pictures, and sometimes you don't sell everything, so you don't make any profit. You eat it pretty much. With network marketing, you can use the system to create a side income for you, and that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for when I got into network marketing. Passive income that I could bring in, that I could use and then I could use my time to do other income-producing activities, build other businesses even. That's what I was looking for. That's why I joined Empower Network.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. The power to leverage a team, and so that you can make absolutely more money and work less, and you can sort of get the result you want in a faster period of time. So I guess it makes sense. And I think ultimately all of us, we're here because at the beginning we're here because of the money, right? But I think once you get involved with Empower, it becomes a lot more than that. It becomes about it becomes more people related. It's about people. It's about helping people. It's about teaching people. It's about growing your team, growing your people, so much, and growing yourselves. It's a great place to be. I'm just so thankful to have found Empower and to be part of this group and to be doing what I'm doing right now. It's been awesome.
Do you want to hear a funny story? Okay, this is a funny story. I was selling stuff on Amazon. I started out on Amazon with books because that was the big thing with Amazon a few years ago, was books, even though there's way more to Amazon. It started with books and magazines. So I was in labor with my son, and my husband was working late, so I called him up and I said, I'm in labor, I'm going to have the baby. And my son is my second child. And I was feeling the pain. It was starting to get painful, and I had really strong labor pains. So my husband came home. He was all like freaked out, because the baby was coming. And my friend came over. She just happened to surprise me. She came over. Everybody's getting ready, everything ready for the hospital. We were about to go to the hospital when I realized I had 2 sales on Amazon and I had to ship the stuff out, okay? So I said, stop. I got to ship this out first. So I got on the computer and I went in and I printed out the mailing labels. I stopped when I had a contraction, and then I would continue, and I'd tape everything up, and I put everything in the envelopes, and I gave it to my husband. I said, here, you got to ship these out within 2 days. Let's go to the hospital. But with Empower Network, I mean, if I would have made a couple sales, I could have just gone to the hospital. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's exactly what I mean. You have that leverage. You can make money without having to stop what you're doing. Like, going to the hospital to have a baby, for God's sakes. Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
That's an incredible story, Erlinda. Well, I mean, you find it funny, now, but at the time, I'm sure you were probably, it was probably nerve-wracking because you have a baby coming, but you had 2 cells. You had to ship these things out because that's your income to provide your family. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never had a baby. But I can just imagine. I mean, I've had sisters and friends who had babies. I can just. I mean, when they're in labor, they go. I can just imagine you having to. That's incredible. That's what. And you're right. I mean, with Empower, it's all digital, and these are awesome products, guys. I mean, you don't have to do anything. Once you make a sale, and the system is on automation. And as someone had mentioned earlier about attraction marketing, that's what it really boils down to. Yes, we all came in here pretty much initially for the financial freedom. but we have discovered so much more, so much deeper things out of this, because we want bigger things in life. We want, the bigger, the second reward, I call it, besides the paycheck, by helping people, getting people to or towards their success, their goals, whatever they want to achieve out of life. Anyway, the last person on the panel is Miss Tian Lee. And we have the same last name. We're not related, but I feel like, I think after Power has brought us together, who knows? We might be long distance cousins somewhere, right? Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off tangent there. Go ahead and Tien, take it away.
Oh, that was a great story, Erlinda. I love it. And you've just, I guess, highlighted the value of, having an online business.
Yes.
It's just,
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many points and so many notes I've taken, and I don't know where to start. I guess for me, when I was in the corporate world and trying to find a better way and joining all these different network marketing businesses, it just reminded me of a story when you were talking about all the health problems you had. One company that actually, or one of the network marketing businesses that I was thinking of going into, the lady that approached me. At the time, I was having really bad back problems, and she was harassing me to join the business. She kept ringing me up, emailing me, and this and that, and it just put me off network marketing. And I just thought, I do not want to do this, And I didn't feel comfortable about approaching my friends and family and selling stuff and all that sort of stuff. And it's just like, I'm so glad I found Empower Network online, and I don't have to do that. I'm attracting to myself the people, or I guess we all are attracting people to ourselves who want bigger and better things for their lives and for their families. And I guess this is what it's all about, isn't it? And you can see we're all working from home. We've got, family going on in the background. You can hear JJ's dog in the background and you with the kids, and, it's great. And, yeah, I love it. Just love it. I love your story. It shows everyone what's possible. Yeah.
Thanks, Tien, for sharing that. I want to kind of follow through what Tien had also mentioned, that about actually Erlinda too, about leveraging the time and the team and the power of the internet. Because the saying I'd rather have 1% of 100% effort of 100 people or 1,000 people than 100% or 1,000% of myself. We only have 24 hours in a day, right? And we had to sleep, we had to eat, we had to spend time with family, we had to run errands, we had to take care of other business. We have other business, like me, I have still doing a little bit of real estate. So that's that takes a lot of time. Thankfully, my real estate is kind of mobile itself. But still, I have to work where people are off work, and and I don't really deal a whole lot with retail anymore. I'm trying to transition that into 100% full time with Empower. But one thing about Empower is you can literally do this anywhere. From anywhere in the world at any time. You can be working at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl, so I stay up late doing my work, and you can still, make money that way. Right, Erlinda, when your children are in bed, I'm sure that's when you probably, do a lot of your work.
Yep, I do it when they're in bed. I do it when they're awake. Sometimes if we're at the park, I'm shooting a video so I can put it up on YouTube. It's really easy to fit into your life. That's another thing I like about it. You don't have to be in one place doing a specific thing, or you have to have certain equipment. Everybody has a computer or access to a computer and the internet. You know, it's not like you need a special piece of equipment in order to, or a special software in order to do your job or do your work or build your business. You know, it's very easy. They took a lot of the barriers out of it. They took a lot of that stuff out. And the thing about it too is that they teach you to take the things out of your mind, the barriers out of your mind, because those are the biggest ones of all, those barriers in your mind. And I mean, I got to say that I want to get a little bit deeper here with my more recent results. You know, 6 or 7 months ago, I was happy with Empower Network, but I still, like I said, I still didn't quite have the belief in myself. And it probably showed, you know, it probably showed through. People can really read you and they can pick up on that, you know. But today, I feel so much more confident. I feel knowledgeable because of all the material that I've been absorbing, I've been reading, I've been listening to audios. I mean, it's totally changed my life. And now, when I go, sometimes I'll go here in Houston to networking events in Houston here, because they have some fabulous events here. And when I open my mouth, people take notice. They do. They take notice. And honestly, I don't even know what it is that I'm saying that what I'm saying now that I wasn't saying before that attracted people's attention, because before it wasn't like this. Now, I mean, I'll go up to total strangers and I open my mouth and they're like, oh, here's my business card. Call me, email me, contact me. I want to talk to you. I want to know what you're doing, you know. And that feels great. It feels wonderful to do that. And I don't want to say, oh, yeah, you know, I'm such a great person now, I can do all this. I really feel that it is the combined effort of all the mentors and the successful people that I've been reading that are coming through me and being channeled out, and that's what people are hearing. They're hearing that in my words, you know, and that's what they're attracted to, and it's working. You know, I'm starting to make sales. I'm getting business on the side too, outside of Empower Network as well, and I'm much more productive. I don't just, you know, sit at my computer and go around in circles anymore. I know what I need to do, and I get it done, and I get so much more done. You know, you can have the easiest system in the world, but if you don't have it together up here, you don't have the belief, if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the continuous education, you know, then you're not going to be able to be successful. You know, and I think a lot of people don't realize that either. They think, oh, you know, this isn't working, so, you know, I'm not going to do it anymore. So, you know, we should keep that in mind. I go to Lakewood Church here in Houston, and the pastor is Joel Osteen. I don't know if you know who he is, but the most recent sermon that he did was educating yourself. He said 50% of people who graduate high school never read a full book again, and I was really surprised by that. I'm like, what? They don't read novels? They don't read anything? Really? You know? And he's saying that just because you graduate from school doesn't mean you should stop learning. Keep learning. Keep adding to your knowledge. You know? Keep studying. Never think that you know it all. You know, I have 3 bachelor's degrees, International Affairs, Spanish, and Chinese, and I did it in 4 years. And I got to tell you, I am not done learning. Okay, wow. I am not done learning. I'm going to keep going. And a lot of the stuff I learned outside of college has actually been more profitable than the stuff I learned in college. You know, and I think a lot of people, you know, have that misconception too, that just because you don't learn it in college doesn't means it's not valuable somehow. It is. It's very valuable. Whatever you're learning is valuable. What do you guys think?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I get, absolutely. Honestly, Erlinda, can see, and can see the huge transformation in you. We just met, just shortly before Chicago, I think sometime in March, I believe, or even beginning of April, and I can totally see the transformation in you, the huge difference. I think it has to do with the passion and the confidence, that are shining through, that are literally shining through. And there's a saying: you're passionate about what you do, and you love what you do. Naturally, the money will follow somewhere along that line. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's exactly saying or not, but just love. Do what you love, follow your passion. And the money will follow. And I can see how you've been so successful because, and folks. I mean, as you heard, Erlinda joined the Power Network not just because of the values that the products provide, not because because of the fast ranking blocking system, the viral blocking system that we have, but all of us here you've heard tonight, and it probably sounds like foreign language to you, but we all learned from Empower is that the power of mindset. The powerful mindset, that's all it begins with, so empty your cup, so you can take in all this, positive, valuable stuff that you can, better yourself, better your life, your family, and help others. This company has changed so many lives. We have over 120,000 team members, and growing like crazy, exponentially across the world. As you can see on the panel here, we have people from Canada, from Australia, and we have people from Malaysia too, all over the place, England. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on here. We're actually approaching the bottom of the hour. Just want the panel to quickly, going from your left, quickly give us 30 seconds to a minute of your final thoughts, or anything you would like to ask Erlinda real quick.
I don't have anything to ask Erlinda, but I mean, I just want to basically, say thank you, Erlinda, for sharing your story. And I totally, agree that, mindset, has play a huge role in terms of, your confidence level, how you view your business. I mean, we have, you can say, you have two people doing the exact same thing, but one might get failure and the other might get awesome success, right? I mean, why is that, right? Because all comes down to the mindset, right? If you are determined, if you have discipline, if you just, go at it, without just quitting, then you're going to see success. So, so basically, so thanks again for all your insight, your wisdoms, and, I can't wait to see you in Denver. So pass it to you, JJ.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Alan. Emily, 30 seconds to a minute with your final thoughts.
Yeah, thanks again, Erlinda, for sharing your stories. And, I mean, Alan and you, all of you guys are definitely right. Mindset has a lot to do when you have a business, or when you want to persist in whatever career or business you want to get into. You have to get the right mindset, because if you stumble upon any type of obstacle or challenges, then, I mean, it shouldn't stop you if you, like I said, if you have the right mindset, which is what Empower is here to help you guys do, and by surrounding yourself with the same like-minded people and culture and environment. So guys, make sure you click on the link below to learn some more and get your business going. That's all right.
Thanks, Sam. Tam?
Yeah, JJ. Do you want me to go? Yeah, just a final thought here. Yeah, definitely. You guys, like I said, you gotta believe in the product that you represent, whether you're selling a network marketing product or any product for that matter. You want to have belief in your product. So if you are struggling at the moment in selling a product, check your belief with that product. I mean, maybe this inside you don't feel right about selling that product to other people, and that's why you're struggling. Just another quick one. I'm so glad that Erlinda just jumped on today, because I just got a friend that messaged me on Facebook the other day, and he's talking about, and if you're watching right now, my friend, you know who you are, but he was just talking about, hey, look, I've been, selling stuff on eBay and Amazon for a while now, and he's just sick of the commitment to it, the customer support. People expect you to answer like immediately, otherwise they go somewhere else and buy the products and stuff like that. And I just want to say that Empower makes things so easy. Empower makes building a business so fun, because they sort of almost simplify everything, so that all you got to do is log in, hit the big green button, and then blog, and then make money. So it just can't be more simpler. You don't have to deal with customer support. You have real high industry quality product that you can market. Imagine if you go out there and having to create your own product. It's going to be tough. You don't need to worry about money on hosting, overheads, on basically you just got to plug in $25 and you're ready to go. You have a business, you have great products that you can start marketing and start earning 100% commission. This is not like 20%, 30%. You're earning 100% commission on a product that you did not create. You're using a system that you can just plug right in. You're using a blog, a platform that gets a ridiculous high ranking without even having to do much SEO. And that's the power of the Empower Network, and that's what you're sort of given here, a business in a box for $25. You definitely want to click the link below if you want to learn more, and that's pretty much all I have to say, JJ. Click the link below.
Thanks, Tam. I already clicked on the link below a long time ago, but thank you. Just kidding.
Sometimes I want to sign up again, On my watch, I'm like, I want to sign up. I'm already signed up. I got to do it again.
Where's my credit card?
Alan's going to look. Thanks, Tam. Yep, if I could rejoin, I would totally rejoin. Next on the panel, Miss Tian Lee.
Yeah, one thing about you, Erlinda, that I've noticed is just your absolute conviction when you're talking. And I guess that's one thing you develop, from just following the 8 core commitments. Reading, blogging, listening to audio, and it just shines through with every single word you say. Your expressions and everything. And I just congratulate you on your success in Empower Network. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tian. That was sweet. Yes. Gosh, Erlinda, go ahead and take about a minute or two or so to your last final words. Folks, listen to this lovely, powerful marketer, stay-at-home mom who has gone through so much. I should say had gone through so much and came out successful, and she made a decision to join Empower, and there's a lot you heard, she had a lot of good reasons to push forward with Empower. Go ahead and take it away, Erlinda.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me again. I really appreciate it. And second, when you join Empower, you will be inside of a family of people who are like-minded. You want to hang on to people like that. You want to get around people like that who are positive, who are encouraging. That is really, really going to help you, and that's going to raise you up. Okay. Also, if you are, if you're kind of on the edge or you're not really sure, follow your instinct. We love Empower Network, but sometimes it's not for everybody. Whatever path you take, whatever path you choose, follow your instinct, follow your heart, because that instinct is coming from inside of your mind that's telling you, go this way or go this way, and that's going to help you. Okay. And next, speaking of mind, most of your actions are controlled by your unconscious. So if you find yourself stuck in a pattern of doing the same destructive thing over and over, or if you find that you're stalled somehow, go inside of yourself, and this is where the personal development comes in. Go inside of yourself and figure out what that thing is that's holding you back, or what that thing is that's